the provincial government went to court to order a tent city and the legislature lawn off the grounds on the basis that it was a fire risk. The same government who thinks nothing of putting 6.9 million tonnes of flammable gas in your residential neighbourhood. The lady pointed out that Williams has a pretty poor record. As recently as last summer, they managed to explode a pipeline. The shrapnel went through an LNG tank and the whole area was evacuated for 2 months around. That's the most recent transgression. There are lots of others. Federal involvement. How proud were we all when our minister went to Paris and made that statement that Canada is back? We have to hold them to account, though, because since then we've had an LNG plant approved in my territory, Howe Sound. We have concessions given to LNG in terms of accelerated capital cost depreciation. We have a pending decision at Petronas, which, if it goes the wrong way, will totally belie our promises made in Paris. We have to keep the feet to the fire for this federal government. Comment on foreign investment. It's even more criminal when you realize that in attracting supposedly foreign direct investment into Canada and inviting Petronas to be here, you wonder why the very first thing Petronas did was to get 4 Canadian banks together and ask to borrow $15 billion. That's not them investing in us, it's us investing in them. And that's not right. I leave you with the words of Jacques Cousteau, who said, "Protect what you love."
Politically happening with the Trudeau administration and urge you to do some actions. Number one, I do think Justin Trudeau meant what he said when he went to Paris, and I do think Catherine McKenna meant what she said. I have deep concerns about the senior levels of the bureaucracy in the federal government that hasn't moved since the last government. I'm not saying they're conservative card-holding partisans, but they kind of liked what was going on before. And the thing I hear when I lobby every single minister all the time, you have to say no to Kinder Morgan. You have to say no, not one more permit to Site C. You have to say no to Petronas' project on Ladle Island. You have to say no to wood fiber. You've made a mistake. We have to regulate. We have to control. We have to go off fossil fuels. Why did you keep subsidizing LNG? And what I hear back, not loudly and not from any specific person, but the vibe I get is, well, we can't say no to everything. So we need to keep saying yes to the things that make sense. We need a lot more awareness in central Canada of the facts of the case here. I told a very senior reporter the other day that fracked natural gas had the same carbon footprint or higher than coal. It's the first he'd heard of it. And if I told you his name, you'd be shocked. So one of the things you all can do, you have a lot of wonderful observations here today from lots of different angles. The business case, that's a really good one for a letter to the National Post. Are these people crazy? This wouldn't last 15 minutes in a boardroom. The Globe and Mail. It's not that we're against projects, we just don't want to see the province losing money forever by being suckered into schemes that are losers. We're reading the business pages and we can see the writings on the wall. Canada wants to invest in the industries and the technologies of the future. We don't want stranded carbon assets when the rest of the world is moving off fossil fuels. But letters to the editor, you've heard me say this a million times, I'm sorry, but it really matters. Try to get something in the Globe and Mail, the National Post, the Toronto Star, Vancouver Sun, Times Colonist. If you put your mind to reading those papers and then trying to think up a letter a week, you'll help educate the rest of Canada. Because honest to goodness, everybody in this room is a brain trust 10 times larger than everybody in Ottawa. Justin Trudeau to his commitment. Every single mandate letter to every single minister said no relationship is more important to us than the relationship with Indigenous peoples of Canada. We must enter into a new era of a respectful relationship, nation to nation. We must live up to the challenge of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which means, I think it was Vern Jackson saying it, we need a path of healing that's really deep, and it won't be one generation's work. But if we accept this challenge and we stay arm in arm in lockstep with First Nations across this country to protect what we love, we will win. Thank you.